You just got a fancy letter in the mail saying you're pre-approved for a credit card. Or maybe you've seen ads for unlimited credit lines that seem too good to be true. As a freelancer, should you jump on these offers? And what do these terms actually mean? In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what pre-approval really means, whether unlimited credit actually exists, and how to use credit strategically as a freelancer without tanking your credit score. Note: this information applies to US-based freelancers and self-employed individuals. Welcome to the Freelancers Wealth Blueprint, where we turn complex financial concepts into clear action steps for freelancers and gig workers. If that sounds helpful, hit subscribe. We drop new videos every week. Let's clear up some confusion right away. When a credit card company says you're pre-approved, it does not mean you're guaranteed to get the card. What it actually means is that they did a soft inquiry on your credit report, and you meet their initial criteria. A soft inquiry is like a quick background check that doesn't affect your credit score. Here's the key distinction. A soft inquiry happens when you check your own credit. When a company sends you a pre-approval offer, or when an existing lender reviews your account. These do not hurt your credit score. A hard inquiry happens when you formally apply for credit. This one does affect your score, typically dropping it by about 5 points. And it stays on your credit report for 2 years. So what should you do with pre-approval offers? First, understand that pre-approval is just the first filter. You pass the initial screening based on basic criteria. But when you actually apply, the lender will do a hard pull and look more closely at your income, debt-to-income ratio, and full credit history. You can still get rejected after a pre-approval offer. For freelancers, this is especially important because our income looks different than W-2 employees. We might show variable income, multiple 1099s, or business deductions that lower our taxable income. Some lenders don't know how to evaluate this properly. Here's my strategy for handling pre-approval offers. Step 1. Only apply for cards you actually need. Every hard inquiries cost you a few points. Space out applications by at least 6 months. Step 2. Use pre-qualification tools first. Most major credit card issuers let you check if you're pre-qualified on their website without a hard pull. This gives you a better sense of your approval odds before you formally apply. Step 3. When you do apply, have your documentation ready. As a freelancer, you might need to show 2 years of tax returns, bank statements, or a profit and loss statement. Being prepared speeds up approval and shows lenders you're a serious business owner. Now let's talk about those unlimited credit offers. You've probably seen ads for cards with no preset spending limit. This sounds amazing, right? Unlimited spending power. But here's the reality. No preset spending limit does not mean unlimited credit. What it actually means is that your spending capacity flexes based on your payment history, credit profile, spending patterns, and financial resources known to the issuer. The amount you can charge above your regular limit adapts over time, but there is still a limit. These cards typically come from issuers like American Express and some premium business cards. They're designed for business owners who have variable expenses, like a freelancer who might need to spend $500 one month and $15,000 the next for a big project. For freelancers, these flexible limit cards can be useful. If you land a big client and need to buy equipment or software up front, having a card that can handle that surge without declining is valuable. But you need to pay it off quickly because these cards often require payment in full or have shorter grace periods. Here's the honest truth about credit for freelancers in 2026. Most business credit cards evaluate you based on your personal credit score, not your business revenue. If your personal credit is good, usually 670 or higher, you have a solid chance of getting approved for most cards. Your business doesn't need to be making 6 figures. When you apply, you'll typically use your social security number and apply as a sole proprietor. You don't need an EIN or a formal business structure. Your freelance work counts as a business. But here's what they don't tell you. The credit limit you receive often has nothing to do with your business income. A freelancer making $150,000 might get a $5,000 limit, while someone with a W-2 job making $60,000 gets $15,000. It's frustrating, but it's because lenders trust predictable paychecks more than variable income. So how do you build credit strategically as a freelancer? First, start with a card designed for freelancers or self-employed people. Cards like the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited or Capital One. Spark Cash are popular because they don't require a long business history and offer solid rewards. Second, keep your credit utilization low. This is the percentage of your available credit that you're using. Ideally, keep it under 30%, but under 10% is even better for your score. If you have a $10,000 limit, try not to carry more than $3,000 balance, even if you pay it off monthly. Third, use your business card for business expenses only. This makes tax time easier and builds a clear paper trail. Plus, if something goes wrong, you haven't mixed personal and business finances. Fourth, pay your balance in full every month if possible. Interest rates on credit cards are brutal, often 20% or higher. Using credit cards for the rewards and cash flow flexibility makes sense. Using them to carry debt does not. Let me give you the quick decision framework for credit offers. Pre-approval letter arrives. Check if you actually need another card. If yes, use the issuer's pre-qualification tool first. If you're likely to be approved, then formally apply. Unlimited credit card advertisement? Understand it's not truly unlimited. Ask yourself if you need variable spending capacity. If so, these cards can be useful. But read the terms carefully, especially regarding payment requirements. Low credit limit approval? Accept the card, use it responsibly, and request a limit increase after 6 months. Building a relationship with the issuer is how you grow your available credit over time. Here's my final advice for freelancers navigating credit. Don't apply for everything that looks good. Be strategic. Every hard inquiry counts. Think of credit applications like investments. Only make them when there's a clear return, whether that's rewards, cashback, or necessary financing for your business. And remember, your credit score is a long game. One rejected application won't ruin you, but protecting your score gives you options, like qualifying for a mortgage, getting better insurance rates, or landing larger credit lines when your business grows. That's the breakdown on pre-approval and unlimited credit. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more freelance finance content. As always, this is educational content, not financial advice. Your situation is unique, so consider your own circumstances before making credit decisions. See you in the next one.